Justice Secretary Michael Matheson says NHS systems in Scotland should be back to normal today and that patients with appointments should attend as planned. The UK government's National Cyber Security Centre, however, says more ransomware cases may come to light as many people go back to work today. Steve Wilson is head of Europol's European Cybercrime Centre.
Very much down to the ICT department understanding what the threat is. If they are aware that their system has not been patched, implement that patch immediately. That becomes the key factor to stop this spread of the virus throughout their systems. If that's done, that can actually give them a chance to recover and to mitigate any threat that's ongoing. There's considerable advice available online from most of the main security vendors detailing exactly what to do.
Well, Professor Bill Buchanan of Edinburgh Napier University is an expert on computer security and cybercrime. Good morning to you. Do you agree that we will either see more attacks or more attacks will come to light today?
I think we'll probably see the peak today as people turn their computers on. And I think the key thing is that we're seeing a patient safety issue. Many people have talked about patient data breaches and so on, and it's become much worse than that we're now looking at a patient safety viewpoint.
Because people maybe can't go for their appointments or they're rescheduled, that kind of thing. Is that the case?
Yeah, so it could have been much worse than this. I think this is a fairly naive piece of malware, and if you think that maybe there was something to do with cyber terrorism or a larger scale event that could have caused major damage across the public sector in Scotland.
Of course, we've been warned that these attacks are imminent for some time now, so we should hardly be surprised when they actually happen, should we?
Yeah, we shouldn't, because in the minute that we connect to the internet, then there is an opportunity for someone to download malicious code. Normally what happens is that it's a click on a link and a download of some malware is the way that ransomware gets in. So this is a very unusual case, and what's happened is that it's spread like a worm inside the network. So once it's in, then it's very difficult to contain it.
And networks that haven't been invested in, is that the case? If you kept your network up to scratch and had all the proper antivirus wear on it, would you be safe?
Yeah, it's a large and complex infrastructure in the NHS, and it's very difficult to defend. But really, we need to start to invest in proper cloud-based systems which can lock down every computer that connects into the main network. And I think we now have to see that we have critical industries such as energy, transport, education, and that they need to be as robust as anything we would find in the finance sector.
Would criminals not just catch up, though, and be able to break into those?
They could, and obviously it's the education of our employees and of people to make sure that they don't click on links and so on. So a good part of this is to do with really education, understanding how companies should be backing up systems. It's important that any backups, there is also another backup off-site, so that if you have a major power failure or a disaster on your site, you can at least get the data back from some external backup.
And do you think we have to just say goodbye to finding the culprits? We're not going to find them.
I think we probably will eventually. I think there's so much evidence in there about passwords and the way that this has been created. But already the piece of malware has evolved to version 2, and it will just keep moving on. Last time we scanned the internet, there was about 500,000 computers that were available across the internet to be connected to.
Thank you very much indeed, Professor Bill Buchanan there, joining us from our Edinburgh studio.